Welcome back to another VectorMotion tutorial, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create this animation in your phone so that you can start motion graphics without caring about a laptop or a PC, but just with your phone. Alright, grab your phone as I grab my, which is currently my camera, and let's start this video. So this is how the software looks like, and by clicking this plus icon we can look at the new project and we can give it a name. Let's give it a name of game, which is what we are going to do. And then we are going to use 1920 by 1080 pixel and click OK. From there, this is our scene. This white area is our scene. As you can see, the name scene. So what we are going to do is to type in a text, and to type in the text we are going to go to the plus button. So we are going to see text, then we should type in a text game. Alright, game. So right now it is too small, so we are going to increase the size to about 275 and drag it. So we are saying it. Let's go ahead and give it a font, a cool font. So as you can see, this is my font library where all the fonts have imported. And if you want to know how you can get fonts or install fonts into VectorMotion, I already made a video. You can go ahead and watch the playlist. So we are going to use recently used. This font we are going to use will be Current Personal. Yes, and that is what we are going to use. So we are going to place it at the center. Quite alright. From here, we have already set the foundation. So what we do next is to create the duplicate, a copy of it. So when we create a copy, paste, you can see a text is being added in the layer button. Then what we have to do is to lock the first text, and the second text, which we are on already, we'll give it a color. Let's give it a black color. Okay, from here everything is all set. We can start animating. So to start animating, you have to go to the animating button, which is animation, and you can see all the thing. This is the play button. Then you can see the length, and you can also see the time unit, which comes in frame and seconds. And you can see the frame per seconds. You can choose 30, 50, 20, 25, 15, or 120. So, and this is the button to start animating. But right now we need the timeline to use. So we are going to use this timeline, which you will see here. You can also deactivate it here or activate it here. Alright. Then what we are gonna do is click on the text, the first text. When we click on the first text, we are going to give it an effect. And when we click on the effect, you can see there are two types of effects: layer effect and the text effect. So we are going to click on the layer effect and click on the plus icon to get these properties, all these properties. And what we are going to click on is the gradient wipe. Are you seeing it? The gradient wipe. And when we do enter inside it, you can see more of the properties of the gradient wipe. Let's change this to 90, and then let's give it 100. Alright, let's play the animation. So I want from here, from 0 to 20, it will move like this. So what we are going to do is to start here. We click and hold, and we click this time, which inserted a keyframe. So that keyframe is what we are going to use to create the animation. Let's start in 25, not 20. Let's give it in 20 and play it back. All right, I like this animation. So when you are through with the animation, I will regard you to off the auto animate, because you might try and do something and you might have an incident that will happen and you don't know where it comes from. So I will advise you to off the auto animate. If you want to create another object and do some changes, you have to off it. So from there, we'll give this the we'll give the back test. We are going to reduce the opacity of the back test. So let's reduce it to around 35. Okay, 35. And let's play it. Cool, cool. I like this effect. So the next thing is to raise it up. Alright. The first is we click back the auto animate, go to the properties on the geometry side, click and hold on the scale and click on the clock arrow, the clock button. Should I call it clock? From there, you can try to scale it up. Move up to the 35 frame and scale it up to 130. Start good. Yeah, yes, that's good. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, looks clean. I recommend you to go back to your 25 frame and off this. When you do off it, go to your 0th frame and on it. Are you seeing the effect it gave? So what came right here was on the 0 to the 25th frame, this text right here is gonna show up. This text is gonna show up, but on the 25 frame to the 30th, it's not gonna show behind, and you can see it is not there. All right, let's play it. Cool. Off back the auto animate and let's finish. So we're on this text. All right, the next thing to do, include here, is to draw in a shape, and it's a rectangle. Click on the shape side on the shape button and you can bring out this rectangle. Okay, why this is happening here is because the shape came after the text, and to change it, you can see that this here is the boundary of the scene. So to make it to look appropriate, you can move this up here, hold the 6 dotted icon and move the rectangle object upward. I also explain how you can adjust the layer in my playlist, so you can check around below in the description where you see a link to my playlist. You will see all the tips and tricks that I've shown you guys, so you can go there. So what we need to do to this rectangle is to give it a color, a black color. That is a fill. Give it a fill. So we have this fill. We have this fill. Alright. Since we have this fill, we're gonna duplicate this game again. Get this game, copy, paste. Take note, anything you copy and paste, the properties are also going to be copy and paste. And you can see the effect that we place on the first text also appeared here. So we have to delete this. Alright, let's give that other text a color. Let's give it a fill, a white fill, so we can note the difference. So as you can see, the white text is following the black text and also getting animated at the same time, but we don't want that for the white text. So we are going to go to the geometry and remove this, and you can see the black text is the only one that is being animated, and that is what we want. So moving on, we are going to go back to the rectangle because we haven't animated the rectangle. Go back to the rectangle, and what we have to do with the rectangle is to make it come like this to reveal the white text and go back to reveal back the black text. So let's off this. Let's show this. Alright, from here, open. We can start here. We can start at the 40th frame to start the animation. So when we start the animation, when we do start the animation, what is left for us to do is to come to the properties of this place, hold here, click and hold and click here too. So when we do drag this, let's give it to 70, drag this here, we have it. Yeah, so you can see the animation is not smooth, but we are going to smoothen it up. But first, let us get the animation right, and that is it. We have gotten this right, and then to go back, to make it go back and reveal the black text, we are going to go back and do the same thing. Just keep some couple of frames, hold here, click and hold, click on the keyframe, click and hold, click on the keyframe to insert a keyframe, and from there, this was 83. You can move it down to 113. So let's move it down. All right. Okay, let's see what's. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So since we have it already, since we have already made the animation, and you can see the white text is not yet showing. So why the white text didn't show is because we clicked on the view. We click on the view to off the view. So when we do on the view, you can see it inserted a keyframe, but we don't need the keyframe there. We don't need the keyframe there. What we are going to do is to go back, plan where we need the keyframe of the white button should show up so that we can animate it. So from here, exactly here, exactly at 48, frame 48, that is when the white text showed up. So to do it, we are going to on it, and when we do on it, you can see what happens here. You can see what happened, but don't worry, we are going to go back to our properties. Click on the text to properties, effects, and you can see we have no effect. So we are going to add back the gradient wipe that we deleted. Gradient wipe, we are going to give it angle 270. Cool. And here I'm going to reduce it to 93. Can you see that? So from here, I'll check it up to here. At 60, that's where it reached the E. So we are going to move it to the E. And at 61, it covered it. So rather, we're going to put it at 61. 61. That would be the best. All right. Let's play back the motion. Let's play back the animation. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, that's cool. But as you can see, there are a lot of mistakes that we did that we have to clear off. The first mistake is you can see this white spot here of this text, of the second text. So to remove it, at 47, we are going to end it. We are going to end the progress. 47, we end the progress. Can you see it? It's not being smoothed. So since we have that being done, we are going to apply the same thing we did here. We are going to show back the black text, which is text 1. Let's show back the black text. So from here, started here. So from here, we are going to start with all right. Where the end? Yeah, so we can increase it. So when we do see the thing, wow, can you see that? So since the black text is being revealed, that is text 1, we have to make it go back down. So we are going to start from here, 120, go back to the geometry, click and hold, give it a keyframe, then move this right here and bring it back to 100. So let's do and play the animation. Remember to turn off your auto animate, then click outside the scene and let's start the video. That's cool, that's cool. We are through with this video, but let's add the final touches to this so that it can look pretty smooth. So this is gonna be in another video where we explain everything about it, and that thing is this right here, the timeline plus. This solves a lot of problem on the smoothness. So here is an advanced category of this timeline here. It is an advanced timeline. So what we can do here is to make all the animation, all the transition smooth, just like keyframing on your editors, on your favorite editing software like CapCut and the rest. So the first test we have to animate will be the rectangle. Let's start with the rectangle. So the rectangle is sliding in and sliding out. So we have to locate the portion of the rectangle or the properties of the rectangle that does that, and that will be in the geometry side, the position and the size. So shrink this down to here so you can see what we are doing. As I was saying, these are the keyframes that we are going to use, and when you do click on the keyframe, so when you do click on the keyframe, that is both of the keyframe that you are going to introduce the easing. You click and hold on it and you can see these properties: copy, delete, reverse and easing. So click on easing. That is going to give the smooth effect. So what we are going to do is click on ease in, and when you play this button you can see how it easing. So we are going to drag this here to this point here. When we drag it, we click out. When we do click out, apply the same easing you did here to this size. So unclick this and click on this ones. Click and hold, easing, do the same thing. And there you see it. Can you see the smooth animation already? It's getting smoother. It's getting smoother. So the next thing you're going to do is for the ease out. So click on this here and click on ease out. Drag it to this certain point. Yeah, the same thing. So here, here. I'm just repeating what I did here, up here. Right, 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 right. I love this. I love this. So when we do start this animation, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we are through with the rectangle. Then we can move to the text one. So the text one has this thing here, which is with this swipe, which is on the effect. So we're going to go to the effect, gradient wipe, and you can see the is on the progress side. So what we do with this thing, we are going to smooth it. So we do the same thing, click, click, click and hold, ease in. Then I'm going to choose ease out and customs and customize it. Right, that's cool. So from there, the next thing we see is it's scaling it up. So, and scaling it up comes from the geometry. So we can see the geometry scale. When we click on it, click and hold, is in. All right, cool, cool. And the next effect of the black is to scale down. So, which is in the same geometry. So we go back to the geometry, scroll up, and this time around we are going to click on ease in, customize it a little bit. Now we are going to click on ease out. I've seen this. Let's customize it. Let's click on ease out, ease out, ease out. Yeah. So when we do play it, correct, correct. Go back. So we are through with the first test. Let's go back. Let's go to the second text. So the second text, what the second text does is to move, swipe in and swipe back out. The same thing as the rectangle did. So which is in the effect side, gradient swipe. So right now you can see this here. I won't like it. There is a mistake we did here. So what we are going to do is to click on this first one, zoom in, click on this here and delete. Click on this here and delete and move this right here. So what we do have now is this, and we are going to now use these two. Is in, is out. No, is in. All right. the future is not smooth, so this isn't smooth again. Let's go back. So this future has to move in here, this high here. So we moved this and it was not at the right position. And you can see that we got this right from this point. So we're going to make some adjustments here. So at this point, we are going to move this right here. Right here. So when we do play it, yeah, the first one has been adjusted. Then let's move to the second, which is this right here. Right, let's adjust this right here. So from here it started in 70 and select this. It started in 87, so we're going to move it right here and select it. Select this keyframe and where this stop. 97. We made this animation smooth, and then last thing to add the easing. We're going to use the ease out. All right. So we are finally through with it. We are finally through with the animation. And let's see the final results. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Are you ready? Cool. Cool. So this is our end result. So if you want to show it to a friend, you can come right here and export it either to a GIF or to an MP4. Alright, that is it. A smooth and clean animation made from your phone using this Android app called VectorMotion. Design and animate. Also, it is now available on iOS, that is on App Store. For those that are using iPhone, you can now rejoice. If you want more tips on VectorMotion, you can check out my playlist, which is also linked in the description down below. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Shalom.